Let's do it. Yo, what's up? You're checking out That's 86'd Podcast. I am your host, Bryant and Theo, also known as BryGuy. And to my right is my main man, my guy. Ooh, I need that. Hit the cue it.
Yeah.
The cue it. That's on that laptop back there, though.
I think I got it on my phone. I got one on my phone.
But, yeah, so, I'm sitting here with Theo, and, we're polarizing, Shout out the Polaroid.
Oh, shit.
But you can't tell,
I see what you did.
I see what you did. It's a good day. Our energies are high. And now we do want to bring you guys in. So hopefully you have a glass of something. So cheers to you. Cheers to you guys out there.
Cheers to you.
All right.
Lord on high.
And as you can see, we do have water. All right, but I guess let's start it off. How you feel?
I feel great. I feel fucking great. Actually, you know what? We're going to have to cheers again because this is going to be the official date of my retirement.
All right. Retirement from what?
Probably the industry. You told me about these vaccinations and shit. According to you.
Yeah. I guess we'll start there.
Yeah, the next bar I work in, I'll probably own.
Yeah, all right. So I was sitting down having a talk with my sister yesterday. Hey, what's up, Wing? Yeah. So having a conversation with my sister. Yes. Having a conversation with my sister yesterday, and a lawyer was pretty much just telling her, he sent out newsletters that employers now have the ability, right?
Sure.
To not continue to have you on staff if you are not vaccinated, and with no consequences. So it's kind of like it's up to their discretion if they want their staff to be fully vaccinated or not. And if you choose to not get vaccinated, you can lose your job legally, and they won't have to. So you don't have to worry about like collecting unemployment because it's not wrongfully fired or termination. So that's pretty much that. So that's why Theo is saying that this is his retirement from the industry potentially.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think I'm an anti. Am I an anti-vaxxer? Is that? They got names for people like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
so.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen. I'm a healthy guy. I be praying. Seems like I'm fine so far. So I really don't feel the need to introduce any new chemicals into the system. I kind of got my own little cocktail going on, and it's been working for me so far. So that's kind of the way I look at it. However, like if I've been sick this year, you know what I mean? Because I've been moving around. I've been around a couple of people. If I had been sick maybe twice this year, then maybe I would feel the need to try to get on the, preventative measure side of things.
This is good.
But I don't necessarily feel like I need to get on the preventative measure side of things because my measures have been preventing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
your immune system is intact. I think it's pretty interesting and it's pretty weird all the way around. Like, because there's so many different strands of the virus, and even though so many people have been getting vaccinated, the numbers are still rising crazy, Mm-hmm. So it's just like, well, what, and how often are you gonna have to do this? Who's paying for it? I'm
biscuits.
I don't know where I'm at right now with it.
So, hello. How's it going?
Hey, Ball.
I don't think, when I say biscuits, I mean, I get the breadiness and the butter at the same damn time.
There we go.
At the same damn time.
I mean, this is robust, but it doesn't feel robust. It doesn't feel heavy.
It's robust, but it's robust, but it's not heavy or harsh or anything like that.
It's a smooth pull. This is probably the first one that I had to work at, I guess you would say. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, it's like now me knowing how to cut and how to actually light it and everything, I could be doing it on my way to doing it right the first time, I guess you'd say, or now, where I'm not getting everything just like, oh.
Yeah, I enjoy this very much so.
Because I'm still getting like hickory.
Yeah, there's always going to be a little. I feel like that's always going to be like a thing. If you like the smokiness of it all,
because it's smoke. But
right.
yeah,
I feel like that's always going to be a thing.
But there are different types of smoke, you know. Cause
yeah.
You know,
you ain't say mesquite. I got you.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I got you. It's like a woody smokiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this, it tastes just like hickory barbecue sauce, you know. So yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah. So this is pretty smooth. So right now we're smoking some Rocky Patel cigars, vintage 1990.
Shout out Rock.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Damn, this shit's good. All right.
1990?
Yeah.
I was a Tracy out here.
I was approaching.
Yeah.
I was approaching.
I was
like
a
this
Tracy
is like
out here.
this is like beef jerky.
See, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I get the smokiness, but I'm ignoring the smokiness, right? I'm seeing past that, and I get just straight savoriness. Beef jerky, super savory. I see you.
Yeah. Like I already like. All right, so I did an interview for a restaurant group a couple of days ago. And one of the questions they did ask,
were you vaccinated?
Yeah, or do I intend on getting vaccinated? And I told him
no.
I told him no.
You told him no?
Yeah, I told him no.
Okay.
I told him no.
You told him you was a veteran though, right?
No, I didn't say I was a veteran. I didn't
You grew up around here, nigga. You a veteran.
Oh man. Yeah, no. Yeah, but I told him no, and then so they were kind of like, all right, and they kind of like moved on along because I'm talking to the owners of the establishment or the restaurant group. So it's like, all right, cool. I'm like, I don't know if that's a strike. I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
I
mean, it probably is. If they ask the question, then they clearly want to answer. So the answer that they want is pretty clear, I think.
But that also could have been, all right, so if you're not, are you willing to, like,
that's what I'm saying.
It could be a further conversation, but
perhaps they're soft on the issue. You know what I'm saying? But they're still leaning somewhere, because if they're asking, they're probably asking for a reason. And I would assume that they're not asking because they're just strictly politically motivated and they want to know that you stand for what they stand for. No.
Yeah.
No. There's business shit behind this, bro.
Yeah.
There's liability shit behind this.
Yeah,
and
like,
I'm pretty sure
we're host.
Right.
Like we were talking about last week, right?
Indeed. Shit, I got hosted all weekend. I feel good.
Yo, man. Yeah, for real.
I feel good.
That was fun.
It was fun.
That was fun. All right, so Theo and I over the weekend, we hung out with Arnardo, Nato, DJ Nato.
Yeah, big sexy.
Yeah. He came from Virginia up to Philadelphia and showed Matt love. Just had so much fun hanging out with him. We're in the downtown area, and he came through and he was him, you know, and he
can always depend on him to be him.
Yeah, and you know, great hospitality, you know, like he was hospitable to us
in our city.
Yeah,
he was. He wouldn't let me do any better. I tried my best.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun. That was pretty great. Hanging out with all of our high school friends, you know, was, you know, pretty cool.
It was very cool. It was very cool. And he made it. It's funny because I see these niggas all the time, almost. Not all the time, but like I just saw Mike and Mark at my birthday. I was just with the same exact group was just at my birthday. True. But that was different. That was completely different.
Yeah, he made the difference.
Yeah, he made a huge difference. So shout out to you. Thanks for coming, dog.
Yeah, for real.
And I can't wait to go back down there, return the favor.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can make you feel hospitable, or hopefully I can host you in your own hood at some point. Sorry. So, did I interrupt something? Okay.
No, because you weren't up the.
Oh yeah, so I got hosted this week because. I'm used to, like, you know, my last year or so has been, I come here, you host me, but this is almost home now. Like, you don't roll out the red carpet for me. You just be like, yo, help yourself to whatever you want, which is all I need, really. And same thing at E-Crib, like, no red carpet. It's just, yo, help yourself to whatever you want. I'm about to order pizza. That cool? Oh, you want to do sandwiches instead? We can do sandwiches instead. But this weekend, it actually felt like, all right, I'm going to go out, I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to just fucking relax, and I'm going to see what happens. Kind of let the world come to me, you know? And it felt really good. It felt really, really nice. No particular plan, no particular direction. Like, could you imagine that's how that night was gonna go?
No, I did not know.
Me either.
I thought we would be hopping around a whole lot.
I did too.
We were at one place.
We were at one spot for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Making all the noise, and everybody thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh snap! My bro.
Yeah, your boy.
Dave's song came through.
Right.
Like he just randomly just swung through. It's like, yo, I'm always seeing you places. I'm just like, no.
Yeah, you should have introduced us.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was drinking.
Yeah, I know.
I was drinking.
I know. Then he came over. He was going to buy the shots for everybody.
We was already drunk.
We were already. Yeah.
We didn't need them.
You know.
So next time I see him, I can buy him a shot though.
Yeah. So
It's
I mean,
the thought that counts. Cause yo, shots for what was it? 7 of us. Shots for 7 people. That's like $60, give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus
so,
tip.
Yeah. So it's cool.
He was. Yeah. That's love. That's love. I appreciate him. Shout out
cool.
Dave's song, man. I can't wait to meet you again, man. It was special. It was really special.
It was, yo. Yeah, man. I was like, you're always traveling. He was like, no.
I always tell people I'm traveling.
He's like, I always post them, but those are old photos and videos.
I saved them up. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's like, damn, what you just went to Brazil? Nah, that was a while ago. You see my beard in the joint, right? Wasn't the same.
It was a whole trip. He's a whole trip. Love that guy. But yeah, I mean, so there was a moment that Arnardo said when you're ready to sit there and make money.
Let me know. Who's us? Me and you, or
I don't know.
all of us?
That was a conversation that you guys were having. I don't know. Yeah,
really?
It was a conversation that you guys were having. So I was just like, oh, stop.
I didn't think money came up at all.
Let it cook.
Oh, I don't
Because it was like, because it was talking about like passion projects and not getting paid and everything from it. And then he was like, when you're ready, hit me up.
All right, cool. We'll talk. I mean, we're gonna go down there. So the way I see it is like, he's looking to invest in something. He's looking to diversify.
Yeah.
He's already got a couple things going on.
Yeah, his portfolio is already.
Yeah.
You know, of businesses that he owns.
He's looking to further diversify. Maybe probably even be on some passive type of shit. You know. Mm-hmm. So I imagine we're the type of individuals that he's looking at. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. All right.
Can you pass me a bottle, man?
Which bottle would you like?
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get hosted.
I mean, it's whatever. Whatever you like.
Oh, you want to go there? All right.
I mean,
I'm very happy to go here. This bottle is heavy as shit. If violence ever popped off anywhere near me, this is the bottle you grab, bro. Seriously.
I mean, I don't think that's what Jack Daniels was going for, but I mean, that could be a marketing aspect of it's like whenever you're in the bar and shit gets too wild,
grab our bottle. Jack Daniels Gold. You'll be fine.
This is why we won't get any. This is why they won't pay us.
Hey, man.
Like ads like that, I mean, but if it comes in a visual and if it's animated, oh man, yeah. If it's a cartoon,
they'll pay for it.
It's fine if it's a cartoon.
No, you know what? I don't know if I want to give too much credence to any of this stuff, but when we were watching the Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. We were watching the Super Bowl, and Wing was like, yo, I subscribe to this Warren Sapp podcast. Like, I want to see him talk about the Super Bowl. Can I put that on? So this nigga Wing went and made E go through all the shit that he had to go through just to put the computer up next to the fucking TV that we're watching the Super Bowl on. Mm-hmm. So he has the computer up right here. We got the TV right here. He's like turning it up. They're ahead of us, so he's ruining the game and everything. Mm-hmm. So we're listening to Bert Kreischer and Warren Sapp give their commentary on the Super Bowl before it happens. So I'm like, this sucks. But then eventually I started paying attention. Every time a commercial came on the television, they had their own commercials. And like their commercials were out of this world ridiculous. It was like, sometimes you just gotta pee in the room because you can't get into the bathroom. But it's okay. He's your friend. He'll clean it up. Bud Light. It was crazy. And I wasn't sure if it was really sponsored, but it was real logos, 100% on. I was like, shit, maybe this is a thing. So I'm positive that there's a market for.
You could definitely do that.
You can definitely, like, we could come up here and like have a whole bunch of like big, sweaty, black, beautiful men with white t-shirts on and take these Aquapana bottles and just bust them over the bar and be like, and and just have like a wet t-shirt contest with just big sweaty black men and be like, sometimes you just need it. Aquapana. Aquapana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
I think that'll rock, bro.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying about when we before when it came to advertising, how we could sit there and do it all ourselves. Sit there and just film it and chop it up to be the ad itself, and that'll be within the natural flow of how we move. I was saying that, but I was like, it takes
It'll be on brand for us.
Yeah, like it takes a whole lot of coordination and editing.
You plan it out right.
Power for all that.
You plan it out right, then it's fair.
Rendering it down.
Listen, you've done this. I've done this. We've done this together. We're doing this right now. It's just editing.
I know.
It's just, but you plan it out right, then the editing isn't that big of a deal. Like if you know your shots, like that's why you storyboard shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to the
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you storyboard shit. You literally be like, all right, stand there, do that. All right, got you. All right, now go over there. Got you. All right, now when you go, you just cut out the fucking pauses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I got
color grade it. Turn the sound up. You good?
I was watching ATL. No, Atlanta, not ATL.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
T.I. in them. Yeah, I know.
No, not T.I.
I know. I was talking to Ian about Atlanta recently. He was telling me I would really love it. I was like, you've never met me.
But yeah, like how he went about advertisements and commercials throughout that whole thing was pretty creative. But yeah, I mean, I guess banking off of that idea, I'm pretty sure he can coin that, get some kind of token for that idea.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
You see? You see? That was pretty. That was there.
Yeah. So that's the problem that I have with the shit. Ultimately, that's the problem that I have with it, right?
To preface it.
Go ahead.
What this shit is, all right, so the big craze or the bubbling craze that's been happening since 2015 are, like the Bitcoins, and all that, the cryptocurrency, NFTs. Where...
Okay. Let me stop you right there. Right quick. I don't know if non-fungible tokens have been a thing for very long at all. I believe that's fairly recent. I don't know.
2015.
Is it 2015?
2015.
Okay, so you remember the Neon Cat, right?
No.
You don't remember the Neon Cat? All right, so I remember there was this video called Niggas Stole My Bike, right? And I'm associating. Like anybody who knows me, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It was a video called Niggas Stole My Bike, and it was a clip from a video game that somebody made.
Oh, like, yeah.
And it was a dude running.
I remember that,
and he was training. It was one dude on a bike training, and it was a dude running next to him training. The dude next to him was a white dude. He's on a bike. He's a black dude. And it was like, niggas stole my bike. Bike. Niggas and stole my bike. But the whole time there's like 8-bit music going on in the background. It's
like the Paperboy joint.
Exactly, but it's just these dudes going over a bridge. Niggas stole my bike. It was dope as shit. Go look it up. But you get into that whole realm of things where it's just complete hilarity and just nonsensical bullshit. And then there's another one called Neon Cat. A Neon Cat was amazing. And it was like this cat with like this toaster body. It was 8-bit also. Cat, toaster body. It's just like flying through the stars with like rainbows coming out her ass. And the music is just like really, really good. It's like meow, 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 meow. It's dope as shit. It was dope as shit. But it's like really, it gets stuck in your head. So it's like, do you remember that period of like YouTube where it was like anything that you like, they got 10-hour Jones? Right? So this was one of the things. Anything you like, 10-hour Jones, right? So apparently, Neon Cat just sold for $598,000, right?
Okay.
The original. Yeah. Whoever created it, whoever did the 8-bit to it, right? And did the music in the background, $600,000. Now, the thing that I'm talking about right now is the fact that I wouldn't say it's sweeping pop culture. I wouldn't say now, this is what we're talking about. That is a non-fungible token. It sold like as a GIF.
GIF.
Whatever. Why?
No, because not gift. Like
I didn't say gift. I said GIF.
I know, but just
look, man, they're savvy. They know what the fuck we talking about. Why you want to name somebody?
No.
You want to name somebody who's not savvy?
No, just to be clear.
All right, cool.
Just to be clear.
All right, so yeah, it's sold. It's sold.
How can you sell a gift? All right, no more. All right, go ahead.
It's sold. And then another example of it would be Jack Dorsey. That's his name? Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey, the CEO and creator and founder of Twitter. He sold his first tweet. The first tweet for $298
million?
2.9 million.
Yep.
2.9 million. So
his first tweet.
His first
original
tweet
tweet.
His platform.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure when he created it and when he sent the first tweet, there wasn't that many people on there. I'm pretty sure he was like the first tweeter. The first tweeter on Twitter. Yeah. They're gonna try to charge us for that. They're gonna take our videos down for that.
No, they don't know that. No, see, I wasn't. I'm not pitch perfect. So you know what I'm saying? It's like chopped and screwed.
All right, sorry. Oh, you was like, oh, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like Vanilla Ice, dun.
Done.
Come on, man.
Mine's different. All right. So anyway, so the idea here is to own a status symbol that's extravagant, that is not fungible. Like you can't sell it if there's no market, right? So it's blockchain based, which is crazy because it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary.
Everything.
It's absolutely necessary because otherwise you can't keep up with transactions, right? Okay, so all of that is being said, have you heard about the NBA Top Shots?
No.
You have not heard about NBA Top Shots? Okay, so I'm watching, you know me, right? So I'm watching ESPN, and Rachel talking some bullshit like she always is, and sorry, and
no, that's fine.
I know,
that's fine. And I thought about reacting.
Yeah, don't. So she's talking some bullshit like she always is, and I'm sitting there like, okay. So they got Perk on there, and Perk's like, yeah, this Top Shots thing, it's amazing. I'm gonna get in. So they go and get what's his name? Chad, whatever the fuck his name is. The guy who can't get a high five. He used to play for the Lakers. Now he plays for New Orleans.
I don't know.
He went to Villanova. It's okay. He's a nerd. Everybody knows who he is, except you and me. But anyway, he was talking about how like he got into this Top Shop shit. It's basically like digital trading cards. And what it is you'll open up a pack. You'll pay your money. You'll open up a pack. And they'll give you about 9 cards or 6 cards in the pack.
Oh, okay.
And each card is a clip of somebody getting dunked on.
That's pretty cool.
Somebody blocking a shot or somebody just getting fucking cracked. So
because I remember the actual cards, the physical cards.
No, these aren't cards.
No.
They're
The
cards.
idea.
Right. So they're digital cards.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now that's where I'm working my way to. So Perk opens up his pack and there's like 9 cards in the pack, and the boys explaining to him like, yeah, the blue ones, they gonna be special, they probably gonna be rare, so on and so forth. But then, you know, the other ones, they could go up in value, you never know. But he paid, I forget what it was, but he paid for the pack. Paid for the whole pack. As soon as he opened them up, they showed all the cards on the John, they showed all the shots. And like, boy was basically telling him, yo, that one you got right there, that dunk joint, I got that one. That's actually trading right now for about 6 racks. So that's your money back right there, because it's the demand.
Yeah.
Like you got a whole bunch of people who have bought a bunch of packs and didn't receive that one, and they want that one. Yeah. So that's what gets into the collectible aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I think the collectible aspect of it is really what kind of justifies the memes for me, because I'm sitting here, I'm like the whole time I was struggling with practicality on most of these things.
The means, and not the meme. The meme?
The means.
The means.
The means.
Like MEANS.
The means in the end, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's the concept. The means in the end. So I'm typically an end game type of guy. So I struggle with the means to get to the end.
Because I'm thinking about the meme, like, yo, man, I can turn that into a meme getting dunked on.
Yeah, no, I can see how you would. I can see how you would take it.
Yeah,
there.
you see how? Yeah.
No, but I was thinking about the memes.
Because that's a new word. Memes has been around forever, but meme has.
Well, memes actually been around too, but it's just now like a specialized term to mean like the things that we all agree with on a digital level. Like before, a meme actually meant something that everybody can relate to. That's what it meant. But then once niggas started making GIFs out of it and we all started liking them, then it was like, wow, this is the definition of a fucking meme.
Got
you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
I want to get boy's name, Josh Hart. I called him Chad because all my light-skinned niggas are named Chad. So, yeah, Josh Hart.
Shout out to you, Josh Hart.
Yeah. So he's a gamer. He's all on like Call of Duty and all of that shit, but he jumped on the Top Shot shit. So the Top Shot shit, he basically said, yo, there's a marketplace for it. It could get bigger. At this point, it's not that big, but people are still paying out. So it can only get bigger after this. So you're basically owning a digital collectible trading card, right?
No, but okay, yeah.
I'm talking about in the Top Shot sense. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about everything NFT. I'm talking about in the Top Shot sense. You own a digital collectible trading card.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's another example of it, as opposed to buying Jack Dorsey's first tweet or buying a Bitcoin. Yeah. Because like the non-fungible part is the part that we need to understand here.
Yes.
And
that's the NFT.
The non-fungible part, right? So this is not money. You can't spend it. But you can find someone who needs it. And so yeah, I'll let you speak now. Tired of hearing my voice.
No, I mean it's a wonderful voice. It's so calming, and then your level of detail to the topic that we're speaking about, it's just it's just easy listening, right? So, and then I'm gonna come and just like be the complete or the polar opposite.
Just flip the table. Just flip the fucking table.
But no, all right. So, yes. Now, what I don't want people to get confused.
You remember Freakazoid?
Yeah.
I'm Polaroid.
Freaky. Oh man, I just seen this whole. Before I get into
Go ahead, bro. I'm trying to trick you. It worked.
Because so my homie Chris Lewis sent me this video of Rick James and at Judge Joe Brown's courtroom, and he was suing his someone he knows.
Probably one of his wives. Go ahead.
No. It was a guitarist or a session guitarist. Let him hold his guitar to do something with his amp, and the guitar got stolen, and so they were just on Judge Joe Brown.
This really happened.
Yeah.
And they took it to Joe.
They took it to Judge Joe Brown, right?
Okay.
So Rick explained, after he explained the story of what the judge wanted to hear, he was just like, "Well, let me tell you something. All right, so our friendship, like my friend over here, he's a little bit on the side. Look at how you can just imagine like Rick this? James. Yeah,
you trying to tell me like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, how Rick James would just come out of nowhere and just say it, right? And just be like that. He was like, yeah, he's like that. So
he's one of my heroes.
And I have no problem with it. Like I got tons of whatever and all that. Like and all that kind of stuff. He's like, so we were at a bar one time, and Joe was just like, is this after your merchandise has been stolen? He's like, yeah. After a session, all artists hang out, and I like to always show love to all artists, up and coming artists and struggling artists, all that kind of stuff. And he was like, now I feel a hand on my butt cheek. What? And then I feel another one on my butt cheek, and he's saying this by accident, but it had to be there for a good 45, 60 seconds.
45, 60 seconds.
He was like, and I like, man, like that kind of bothered me. Like, I know I created the song Super Freak, but that don't mean that I'm actually a super freak, So that's
this really happened.
Yes.
I have to watch Judge Joe Brown.
Yo, man, oh my goodness.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So that,
Dog, you should create that NFT.
What NFT? No, I can't create it.
You have to buy it.
I could.
You could. No, you could. You have to find a way. You have to find a way to purchase the rights to it and then create it and sell it in NFT form.
No, that's
the way you just told me that story.
Whole thing.
You could own that story.
Now that's the whole thing with the whole NFT, with the NFT realm. It's just like, okay, what you're actually purchasing is not the ownership to the content. You're essentially just buying the replica.
The original. You want the original. Like, that's what I mean. So with the Top Shots basketball cards, there's numbers on the top. There's first edition, second edition, third edition. So like your number actually correlates with the value of the card. So you can have number 1 through 55. And they'll know, damn, there's only 55 of these joints. I need one. I need one. But if you have number 15, you're a whole lot better off than the nigga that got number 17.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So you could actually turn that episode into a meme, say, yo, I did the first one, right? And then share it, and everyone else shares it, brings attention and value to it, and then you can say, yo, but I got the original, right? That'd be like a year-long project. I'm down. Let's do it.
But even still, with outside of any of that, like there's still no like so what you're buying for pretty much is just like bragging rights.
Don't tell me. So don't. I'm sorry. Don't try to define what you're buying. You can't do that.
You can't. You're absolutely right. You can't define what you're buying because it's valuable. You're just happy to be able to have that version of the Mona Lisa.
So that's what I was thinking to myself. I was like, we are all purchasing moments in history and trading them.
What's up, Nato? We already shouted you out. You already welcome. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So you're basically purchasing moments in history, and for there to be collectability, there has to be somewhat like rarity. Fuck whether there's even a market there. Fuck whether there's any demand. The rarity is what you're actually purchasing. So I'm thinking like the rarity of Rick James talking to Judge Joe Brown, telling him the story about how I'm not that kind of super freak.
Well, because it's not regulated right now.
That's why you have to share it. You can make it a meme. You can make it, and you can build the demand just from like. All right. So anyways,
it's a lot you could do with it, with just having that token. It's just like, no, I can do this.
Indeed.
Because this is what I purchased to be able to do that. But it's still just like, it's still no different than what the YouTube's like. You don't own the original thing itself, but you own replica.
You're basically telling me you can't collect royalties off of it, right?
Yeah, you won't be able to collect royalties over it.
And that's not what we're talking about.
You don't own it.
That's not what we're talking about here, though. We're talking about collectibles. So if you have an individual who decides to get into this, and they think, damn, I just want to own my favorite specific moments in time, right? I could see me selling Dave Chappelle that episode. That, not the episode, but the story within the episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the value...
Because you're licensed to do so because you have the right to be able to do that.
I do.
Because you purchased that with this...
I didn't have to purchase...
With this token.
Dude, it is the token. The thing itself is the token. All right, so what I'm saying is, okay, so say I am an investor or I'm a mega rich motherfucker, right? And I'm trying to get my NFT collection up. I want my NFT collection to reflect my personality, right? These are moments in history. So I might start my collection off with niggas stole my bike, bro. And I'm gonna work my way over to that fucking Rick James on Joe Brown, right?
Yeah.
And I might get some Top Shots on the way there because that's what I believe in. Now, at the end of the day, I can justify the value of the Top Shots to cop the motherfucking nigga stole my bike. And, you know, everything might pay off. And it's not money. It's really me setting up my own portfolio of things that not only define history and time, but also define me.
It's the museum.
It's a museum.
It's your museum.
It's a museum. Like, you look at the Beeple thing, right? You heard about that shit, right?
No, what's that?
Beeple?
Yeah, what's that?
So he's an artist. He created a series of digital works every day for about 13 years, and he just sold those for about $68 million, that whole collection. Digital. He just
I did hear about that.
For about $68 million. So
the NFT thing I was looking at.
He's now
that.
one of the most valued living artists of our day. Right? So this is how this works. My G, first off, he's going to go down in history to define a whole time period because people have already put the value into that by purchasing it, by talking about it.
Digital art.
Right. We've already done that. No. Digital art was already a movement, however you want to look at it or not.
But
most of the times it's used functionally, but it's a movement however you want to look at it. But this nigga decided, okay, I'm going to sell these pieces, a collage of all my pieces that I did every day, so on and so forth. He, as an artist, he's going to do those every day, no matter what. Like, he breathes that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He exhales, some art come out.
Yeah.
But what's significant about it is the fact that now it's a talking point. Now it's actually shifting culture. Now it's contributing to this whole industry. So he has become the Van Gogh of our period. Well, no, Van Gogh ain't never had no bread. But he has become the Van Gogh of our period because of the influence that his art has after he made it, like as he just sold it, right?
Yeah.
As he just sold it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, straight up.
But not to be confused, he still owns it.
He owns the actual physical paintings.
Yeah.
And he can sell the physical paintings, which
and
probably
replicas of those as well.
Of course, which probably have way more value now that the whole collection has the value that it's been given.
Yeah.
But he went that route.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the thing is, the selling. All right. So you're broke, as is I, or as well as I am. We don't necessarily look at it like a collectible. We look at it like an opportunity. So there's always going to be the whole getting your mind around how to turn it into actual dollars again.
Well, that would be, depending on who the individual is, that would be not good, because once you transfer that amount into actual currency, U.S. currency, or U.S. currency, the taxes on that is going to be something that you're not prepared for.
Fucking get a Swiss bank account and do it overseas. Who knows? Do it in the islands.
I mean, but still, the
do it in the Cayman.
The conversion.
Nah, I know. I'm just saying, sell it in the fucking Cayman. Tell them to transfer. And whoever's gonna buy it from you, they can do it. They got the resources to do it. Tell them to transfer the shit into Cayman money, and then do it in the Cayman. I'm just saying, just if you really want to avoid that, yeah, sure. But I'm telling you that we already looking at it wrong because of the position we're coming from.
Yeah.
If we actually what do you collect? Do you collect anything at all?
I don't collect anything at all.
Exactly. So it's hard for you to even get it. It's hard for you to even have the perspective that's required to say shit, so on and so forth. I had Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I had a couple baseball cards when I was a kid. What else did I collect? I collected all types of shit that I would like take and steal from people. But now, where I'm at in life now, I don't have a coin collection, but I like one. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate one. I remember one time where I had like a good 12 or so like rare coins, and I ended up spending them, but I couldn't afford to keep up the habit. But collectibles are a huge market. They're a huge deal. Like we were just talking the other night about where Pokemon cards have come.
Yeah.
How far they've come.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, for real?
Yeah, so this is basically
where mines go?
So this is basically just like a digital version of it.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily need anything to back it. It's just and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, so that's the space that you have to be in.
It's not that you have to, but that's the space that we're not necessarily in, so it's harder for us to see it as clearly as it can be seen.
Well, no, that's not what I mean because yes, it's collectibles, right? But it's still to support. It's still ultimately to support like the struggling artist, or not even a struggling artist.
No, that's an aspect of it.
I think, but that's
an aspect of it.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to exist if it doesn't need to.
Because like a group like the Kings of Leon, they end up selling their album for a couple $1 million, like a huge amount. But that person that purchased it will always get
your sex is on fire.
Yeah, those guys will get front row tickets to all of their performances that might not mean anything right now, but forever. It's like you're in the front row. You're guaranteed front row tickets or seats.
Yeah, no. I get that.
For the rest of whatever, and this album right now.
I get that. So
for someone that's like for newer people that's coming into the world, of NFTs. It's like it might not be as valuable right now, and to sit there and like, you know what, I'm purchasing your album, I'm supporting, or your mixtape, your project, whatever, and then I'll get to come to all of your shows after that. You know, I'm guaranteed a spot in the front row.
I get you, but I'm still feeling like what you're explaining and what you're expressing, even, forgive me for saying this, but even what you're seeing, I feel like you're seeing a very, very low level of the possibilities.
Yes, exactly. But that's where I'm starting off right now.
Because you're too practical. You're thinking of material shit. You're thinking of actual things you can use. No, this is way beyond that. This is literally just, I have it and I want it. It's kind of like when Indecent Proposal, you know? Dude's like, yo, I'll pay you $1 million to have sex with your wife. And boy's like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? And he's like, she ain't even, now this is me adding my spin to it, bro, she ain't even that sexy. I just want to be able to rack it up. I did this a couple other times before. I'm intending on doing it more in the future. You just a stepping stone, bro. Give her up. I got the bread. You get what I'm saying? Like in the Bible, when Saul was like, yo, somebody, whoever killed this nigga Goliath, I'm gonna give him my daughter to be his wife. And forgive me for however toxic this might sound, but he said, I'm gonna give him my daughter to be their wife. And David was like, he didn't do it for that. David was just like, yo, why y'all niggas acting scared? Man, fuck this bull. And he killed bull. And then he grabbed bull's head. He cut his head off, grabbed it, took it to the king, and was like, yeah, man, I killed bull. And Saul, knowing who he was, knowing like, yo, who the fuck bull? Damn, he killed the bull? Damn, nah, I gotta give him my daughter. So he looked at him and was like, all right, check it out. If you want my daughter, I need 100 foreskins of the Philistines. I need 100 of these niggas' foreskins. So David was like, 100 foreskins? Got you. Went out and got 200 foreskins. The value wasn't in the foreskins. It was just the value that had been placed in the foreskins. Well, nigga, he grabbed a sack of foreskins, dropped them on the floor, he counted them up. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing to be done with the foreskins. There was absolutely no use of the foreskins. It was just the fact that nigga said, I want foreskins. You get what I'm saying? There was absolutely nothing valuable about it, nothing practical about the foreskins themselves. So that's kind of how I'm looking at the NFT situation, which is like, it's giving people an opportunity to flex harder and larger than ever before, and it's giving other motherfuckers an opportunity to create something in a space and not even create something in a space, to push something into a space to where people value things not just based on practicality. Yeah. And that's where the opportunity lies for broke niggas like us.
Yeah. And that's where it start triggering to me, because I'm like, what could people in the hospitality industry do, right?
Foreskins.
I mean, that's one way to do it. But I mean, there's always there's other ways.
Listen,
too.
I ain't got no foreskin.
Like
I need some foreskin. I mean, I don't know if I need it, but I could use a foreskin right now. They rarer than you think, bro.
I mean, the value of them, man. You know? But I mean, it was already placed. It was already placed out there. The value. It's like, yo, they're willing to go that hard.
You know, that's what a schmuck is, right?
I do that. What's a schmuck?
A schmuck?
Yeah, what's a schmuck?
A removed foreskin.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thought it was a person.
Nah, I mean, a person can be. A person has the value and the tendencies of a removed foreskin. That's what makes him a schmuck.
Man.
You fucking schmuck. You're discarded foreskin after a circumcision. That's what you are.
I mean, somebody wants you.
I do now. I do now. I need it.
But yeah, no, I was still thinking more so just like along the lines, just like, like in the space of the hospitality industry, there could be a lot within this space. So like photography, like if you're sitting there photographing your dishes, as if you're a chef or whatever, or a cook, you know, if you're a bartender, sit there.
How about this? You're a photographer, right? Right? Because I'm trying to figure out how to package these motherfuckers. Just like, no,
now. You're the one that's creating it.
I'm trying to figure out how to package these motherfuckers now, right? You're a photographer / videographer. You know, went to school for cinematography, whatever. You got a portfolio, which is only really useful for those people, those individuals to whom they're useful, right? But you've been working, you've been grinding, so you can literally put together a whole
portfolio
of black weddings, 2015 to 2020.
Yeah.
Black weddings.
We do that.
Bam. Like straight up. And I'm sure maybe it might be a Morris Chestnut or a Shamar Moore who might be like, yo, I copped all the black weddings from 2015 to 2020. Any black wedding I could find. Like, I cornered the market on black weddings.
Mm-hmm. It's like because the value of that, I wanted to see.
First off, they're rare in general in
like,
real life.
I wanted my kids to see this. Nothing, like you could do it.
Stop trying to make it Stop trying to make shit practical. Bro.
Yo, man.
That's not what it's here for.
No, that's exactly what it's here for.
No, it's here for ownership, bro.
No, but you don't have the ownership because the owner has the ownership.
I own you because you'll never have more black weddings than I will.
You don't own, no.
It's collectible.
Well, I guess that's how you can see it.
That's how they see it, I think. That's how they see it, I think. Are we off?
No, we're still rocking.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they see it, bro.
I don't know how they see it, but the way that I'm seeing it
the nigga who copped
right now.
All right, okay.
It's just like, so a place like Franklin Mortgage, right?
Sure.
Who had seasonal cocktails. They came in that leather-bound book,
Imagine if they copped Franklin Mortgage, Franklin Mills, and Franklin Learning Center.
They got what? FLC?
Yeah.
I mean, wait, no, I can't know because that's already that one. Hold on. Then they got the Franklins.
They got the Franklin collection.
I mean, you might as well just throw 100 in there too, like
call it Franklin Franklin Legacy Collection.
The big face, the small face. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the Franklins. You know what I'm saying?
Call it the Franklin Legacy Collection. And if you were a fucking fan of Franklin, like you might have read his autobiography and was like, "Yo, I want everything Franklin. I'm copping the school." And you're not copping the whole school, but you copping the concept of the school.
I mean, depending, you might be able to cop the whole school, but yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I can actually see this, nigga. If I had $3 billion, I'm positive I would be bored on Wednesdays, man.
I mean, but you don't need. The whole thing is you don't need to have $3 billion. Like you could just be.
That's your opinion.
You could just be a regular person, and
that's your opinion.
If you can afford it, you can afford it.
Okay.
Like, cause not every person on there is going to post their or set their price at these outrageous numbers.
No, not at all.
So now I'm thinking more so practical with like with any space, right? Because you think about like the streaming world. Like there are tons of artists on the Spotifys and all that, right? And the titles, the Apple Music,
DSPs,
yeah. There are tons of artists there, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get play or spins or anything.
Right.
So to get people to come there, you got to be pretty crafty, to come listen to your music outside of so many of the other acts that's on there, the larger acts that's more popular and everything. So it's still the same thing. It's just a different platform. So we can sit there and focus on like the million, the people that's breaking in the millions from this. I mean,
that's what we hear about.
Yeah, that is what we hear about.
That's what we're supposed to.
Yeah, but to sit there and have a conversation about the unheard.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit different, because like you're saying, like I'm thinking about, like, yes, I am thinking about it more in a practical way. Because anybody that may check this out, maybe people that's like us and like, wait, NFTs, I always heard about that. I don't know anything about it. How is that useful to me?
So, yeah, okay. Well, you go ahead and break that down because I have had consistent struggles with trying to understand it. So now that I've already admitted that I'm having trouble trying to understand it.
Me too. I'm not the expert.
I'm having even more trouble trying to communicate it. So the only way I can do it is like with certain concepts in my mind, what I do is that shit made me jump. That shit made me jump.
Yo, that's a whole challenge though. To sit there and try to
I see you. I'm up here. I'm up here, bro.
I'm going to figure it out how to do it.
That shit made me jump like
last time I got it so far down, man.
No,
I didn't even know it fell until. That's probably why I looked, because you did that.
No, but so what I do with certain concept.
So that's a collect, right?
That's a collectible.
Yeah, to sit there and document that, and
But maybe it is. Who knows?
The journey, it's like, no, I appreciate this journey, and that's what made me want to sit there and try to get into cigars and become better, because I wouldn't sit there and do that.
I'm trying it on for size, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm putting myself in the shoes of somebody who could possibly be wanting to invest in it, and I'm trying to see their motivation for wanting to invest in it, right? Mm-hmm. So their motivation for wanting to invest in it might not actually ever be to trade it in or collect any value off of it. Mm-hmm. Their motivation to want to invest in it might just be to have it. Yeah. To be able to say they have it. Yeah. To know in the back of their mind when they go to sleep at night, I got all the Franklin catalog. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's the only thing I'm looking at it as.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still looking at it in a practical way. So like, if I
die murdered in cold blood tomorrow, would you feel sorry or show love, or would it matter? Could never be your leadoff batter. All right, sorry, my bad.
Gotta throw him in there, man. He's one of the goats too. So just the collection, man. He might be the one that sit there and purchase. Look.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of people purchasing half his collection.
But
early M, that's what we gonna call it.
All right, so if I'm a restaurateur or a restaurant owner, right? Just go that way. Mm-hmm. All right, my menus could sit there and have the greatest portfolio, of portraits showcasing the dishes that we offered back then, right, in the 1980s, showing the gradual, growth all the way into current day, 2021 or 2020, and you're just sitting there just looking at food dishes. It's no different than a cookbook, just without the recipes. Or I could offer up the recipes too, because I do own that, and you're able to recreate.
Yeah, but what about that time that Mr. T came in and he took a picture with the bartender boy? You want to own that too? If you're really into it, you want that.
But then that could be another offering that you have within your portfolio of whatever it is that you're offering within your photo gallery, or within the art space, however you want to do it. You could, I don't know, maybe it could even be, no, it probably can't be the playlist, but if you want the playlist that we have within our restaurant, space for that.
Straight up.
Like practical ways that the audience who we would think is speaking to would be restaurant people, right? So if I'm a bartender, I'm sitting there creating cocktails or recreating classics, presenting them this way, take a photograph. You don't have to add the recipe. You could. That's up to you, however you want to do that. But this is how you can sit there. This is how you can use it and start building up your collection for it.
Indeed. Indeed.
And then building a name, like building a brand. Like somebody in New York, the apartment bartender. Shout out to him. He actually got awards for it too. So they're just taking great photographs of the cocktails that he's got from books, and just posting them up on Instagram of, this Manhattan, from the whoever's recipe back in the 1800s snip, not an actual bartender, a photographer, that had a home bar and it was like, you know what, all right, cool, let me just start doing it this way, because what else, we can't go out. People like to see these things, so bam, build a brand, but this is a way to actually be able to, you can sell your collection of the photographs of the art that you created, this craft of the cocktail or the food, whatever, as far as just like being a bartender. If you're a server, you can sit there and create videos of yourself on your sequence of service, your personality and all of that, these moments of you, and maybe someone who becomes a restaurateur, or not who becomes, but who is a restaurateur or whoever, like a billionaire is just like, you know what? Like, I used to be a server, and this right here is how I would want, whatever. I'm buying this whole collection because this is valuable, because this could be a whole training manual to somebody, Like, instead of sitting there having a book to sit there and like our sequences of service, it's like, no, I have an entertaining personality to sit there and train my staff, because I do own, I have some kind of ownership where I can use this to go into my training guide,
Right.
So it's
but like I said, it's not royalty based or anything like that.
No, it won't be.
You don't necessarily have to own it to share it, but to collect it is really where the value lies, I believe.
So you can, but there's so many different avenues based off of that you said alone. You know, it's still that works. You know, because collectibles like, all right, whoever's like trying to like, oh, I have this kind of person on my staff. This reminds me of this person whose portfolio I owned, and I heard them talk about it and all that. So if I can sit there and show them like, hey, this is how you can make this fit within what we do, and then show them an example. Rather than the black and white ink that's on these papers, it's just like, no, visually show, because I can't do it myself because I've never been a server or bartender or anything like that. But I can show you what I had in mind when I was trying to invest in this company or invest in a bar or a restaurant or anything like that. You know,
right?
It's a different way of being able to communicate and articulate what you had envisioned.
Yes,
it's more precise rather than just like, oh yeah, no, you drop a napkin down. Put it on water, you know. Say, hey guys, welcome to this place, or hey people, welcome to this place.
Okay, so now that we've clearly defined it for the users to understand what we're talking about, that was complete sarcasm. I don't know if you can tell, but now that we've clearly defined it, should we possibly go into maybe even negative aspects of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I just got an update on my phone because, you know, I got a phone. Bleacher Report just sent me something 15 minutes ago. It says, Reddit user, it says, NFL deal leaked on Call of Duty. A Reddit user overheard offensive lineman Rashad Coward agree to a deal with the Steelers from an open mic on Call of Duty. Right? And he put that shit right on Reddit. Okay? So that's information. Okay? So you see how even just a piece of information can be used to not just necessarily bring you attention, but almost change the world, almost change how everything is done. Because when I was talking about this earlier, I was telling you like, yo, this is an opportunity to own a piece of history. Like, this is things that aren't valued necessarily that can be, like, we can all add value to it based on our level of interest. Yeah. And our level of how much we, as a collective, as a society, value it, right? Now that's one aspect, because like I said, I can't clearly communicate this at all. But that's one aspect. You keep that in mind, right? Now take this to the next level. If there are things that happen, if there is things that get shared, if there are people who are talking about a lot of different things, this gives all of us an opportunity to own those things and to price those things and to trade those things, right? Yeah. Okay. And that's the second aspect. Now, the third aspect of it is all of this stuff actually does have a footprint, which is a carbon footprint. There's these servers that are set up in these places, and all they do is mine these motherfucking servers. Blockchains. They mine blockchains. So once these things come into existence, it's a blockchain. It's a bunch of information, whole bunch of codes, whole bunch of math. And then the shit gets added based on how many transactions are done with that thing. Same thing as Bitcoin, same thing as any type of crypto that we got. You know? So there is an actual material, I don't want to say a material value, but there's a material cost to all of this shit. Yes. Right? Like I said to you before, like they were saying that like the shit that's mining Bitcoin is actually taking the amount of power and has the same carbon footprint or the same, it emits the same greenhouse gases as a country as big as Libya over a year. It's really bad. Right. It's really bad. Right. So there is a cost to all of this stuff. So the value.
That's just Bitcoin in itself, but there are other ones that's not as intense.
Right. So the value of all of these things. No, like one thing I was listening to, the chick broke it down. She was like, there's a cute cat, and the cute cat actually takes up about, not Nyan Cat, but another cute cat. The cute cat takes up about as much energy to keep mining it, to keep track of the blockchain. That thing takes up as much energy as one European house's energy for about a week. So there is a cost, and that's what I'm trying to say. There's a cost, and it's not necessarily corresponding to the value of it, but since there is a cost, it can correspond to the value of it because the cost adds to the value of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like there's gonna be. I'm going to time out for a sec too, but there's going to be a limit. There's going to be a limit. It has to be regulated, and I'll come back for that.
What if I collected all of the commercials, all of the water commercials since 1950? Every water commercial. It's just me by myself. Usually I try to like say something or do something somewhat entertaining, but I'm stuck. I was in the convo, man. I was in the convo. Cause to me, this is all conceptual. This shit's like philosophy to an extent. Cause I don't 100% understand it. But that's just like that's our nature, right? To try to make things practical, to try to put them on a level where we can use them and exchange them. But I don't know if that's the overall purpose of any of this at all. So yeah, I'm pretty curious about it. I'm gonna continue to be curious about it. But this guy, meanwhile, I'll tell you straight up, he's trying to figure out a way where this can help artists and creators, especially in the hospitality industry, because a lot of us feel like we don't necessarily get what we put in. So he wants to make sure that, I guess, we all get the opportunity to maybe compete or streamline all of our things for this level, for this reason. But like I said, I'm just conceptualizing it, trying it out for size. This is my first opportunity to talk to a real live human about any of this shit, so I'm just trying my best. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Man, you always welcome here, man. Anytime, bro.
All right. There has to be a limit because it can't be unlimited amount of space where it's just like everybody just keep buying up everything.
No,
like,
we're gonna go buy like a country in Africa. Like we're gonna go buy Guinea, and we're just gonna set up a whole bunch of non-CPU servers out there.
But then that's when the regulation comes in, where it's just like where it's going to be. I don't know. This is still speculation as far as like how that's going to go, because it's like to set up shop in a universal system that's governed from different, like that has different governments, is going to be hard, you know?
Yeah.
So there has to be a limit. So everybody, so the Jeff Bezos of the world can't just sit there and just own all of it, you know, with their millions of dollars. Just like, you know what? I'm just going to use this. There's a cap. There's going to have to be a cap.
No, that's not true though.
It is.
No,
because
it's not.
you can't.
No, it's not. If you and I, listen, if me and you are both sitting in this room and we go, damn, how much should we smoke? There's like barring all other circumstances, right? Mm-hmm. Damn, how much should we smoke? If we don't agree, then there's no cap. You could say one thing and I could say the other thing. So with that said, Jeff Bezos could say, yeah, fuck you guys. I've already put $3 billion into this. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go and find a country to make sure that there's no cap. Or I'm going to go and gather the land And you know what I mean? To make sure that there's no cap. I'm going to seed the market, keep putting things out to make sure that there's no cap, right?
Yeah, I can feel that.
So I think that that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Like, and that's why I said the negative aspects of it, because if you think about it, like, do you want to be in a position where people own conversations about water?
No.
Because now every conversation you have about water, you're either putting something in their pocket or you're taking something out of somebody else's pocket, right? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, couldn't control that one.
That was a good one, though.
No, I don't like that.
No, it's not supposed to look.
Yeah.
But, you know, you did it. It's done. Don't let that be your last impression of this bottle.
Oh, it won't. I'm only judging the juice.
Oh, okay. Juice judging.
Juice judging.
I'm trying to buy that. I'm trying to buy juice judging.
Yo, man, I mean, we're always already ahead of the curve.
I mean, we already own a good significant portion of it.
All right, so just to let you guys know, right now what we're sipping on is Motif Wannabe Wines, extra dry sparkling rosé, 100% Pinot Noir. This is offered in a portfolio of Ikavina.
This is 100% Pinot Noir?
Yeah, 100% Pinot Noir.
Yeah, the color absolutely says 100% Pinot Noir to me.
Like, it's so light.
This is for a rosé.
This is almost, it doesn't look red at all, right?
No.
So, I mean, that changes a lot too, and because I could go in a lot about that, but this is from black-owned importer here in Philadelphia.
You know their name? You want to shout them out?
I can shout them out during the highlights.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is the sparkling wine that he's importing. It's 100% Pinot Noir. Yeah, so cheers. As we dive deeper into no, we haven't done this before. As we dive deeper into NFTs and the negative side of NFTs, or the possibility of the negative side, which is the carbon footprint.
Yeah.
So there's gonna come a point where it has to be regulated, right? Because there's only so much that's available. But like you said, there's no way or no one to sit there and stop the Jeff Bezos or who's that guy that owns Tesla? Elon Musk from going around.
Yo, Heem, I need my book back if I ever see you, dog.
So
Ashley Vance is a good book, man.
Wait, where was I? From going around buying things and using their influence to buy things, because obviously, like, Elon Musk in itself already changed the game with him not using his company, because the whole thing is to try to prevent the big companies from buying out all of the Bitcoins and, you know, what was it, Doggy Coins or whatever?
Decentralization.
Yeah, so what he did was, I don't have to go to a board of directors. I'm going to go myself and put my name on it, and therefore after I put by me just doing it, everybody's going to follow suit using that influence.
Right.
And then, but that also took up the market share.
Yeah.
You know, and now what can you do? Buy his products with Bitcoin.
Indeed.
You know, because not just all crypto, but, you know, that crypto, you know, and then all the other NFTs just there's no uniformity.
Right. There's no centralization.
Yeah, so it's just like, so that one could be more valuable than this one. It doesn't mean that one could be nothing at all. It's still the Wild West.
Part of what he did by doing that was allowing it to become first off, he bought up a bunch of it, so that raised the value.
Yeah.
He announced that he did that.
Yeah.
And then he allowed there to be particular goods attached to them by saying, yo, you can always use it here.
Yeah.
You can always use it here. So that would give people more of an inkling to want to deal with it, more of an inkling to want to get in it. Because, like, damn, they're like, wow, I don't know what this is or what practical value it has. I know that I can buy a Tesla with this shit. At the very least. Yeah, that's pretty philanthropic of them.
So like, it's to like try to prevent more of that from happening. There's going to be regulations on it because essentially this was not to be a capitalistic kind of currency.
Yeah, it's hard though. It really is.
Because the regulations that they have out already, it's just that you can't, like the Fortune 500s can't come in and buy it all up.
Yes.
They have the gateways for that.
But that's the thing.
If you just go and be your individual self, you can do it.
Well, it's not that they can't, because they can.
You have to get the approval from...
What, the board?
Yeah, from the board.
Indeed. But also, there's the issue that you can't monopolize on it at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's already too widespread. If you decided that you wanted to do that, you would make a giant splash and you would be adding value to everybody else's pocket by doing so. So that's kind of the same situation with the NFT thing, which is like, in this entire world, it can only become as serious as we take it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If we take it very seriously, then it matters.
Yeah.
But if we don't, and that's the other side of this thing. This could just be a bubble. This could all go away. This could just be in passing. If we all decide that we don't want shit to do with it, then everybody who spent all those millions of dollars will have nothing but a memory.
Yeah. That's true. That is true. That is true. But if this is going to be the wave, the new wave, or the wave of the world,
is that what you want?
I mean, it doesn't, like... I just view it as it's another thing.
Okay.
Like it's not anything important. It's not anything that it's triggering enough to have me look into it, you know. But
you just help me out. This is all I've been trying to communicate this for a really long time now, and I finally got it. This is basically virtual real estate, right? It's like, yo, I'm selling space on the moon right now. No, we ain't been there, but when we get there, this will be yours. You'll have the whole southeastern sector. These are the coordinates. Bam. That's what you're gonna have.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's gonna regulate that? Who's gonna make sure that when we get there, I have that? Who's gonna make sure that when we get there, nobody else sets up shop on my shit? I don't know. But you'll be able to go around and say you're the first person that owns it. So honestly, if you regulate it, if you enforce it, then I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at you because you were in there.
Yeah, it's like, and here's your proof right here.
Here's your proof. Write you up a document right now with my own pencil.
This is
with my own red crayon. I got you.
This is that.
Yeah,
and that comes down to the credibility of everything with all of the cryptos out there as well.
Exactly. We're walking on water right now is what we're doing.
Yeah. So, to sit there, and for anybody that wants to make it practical.
That's what I'm trying to get. Because I know you want to.
You could sit there and, like, because you're the owner. You're the creative, you're the owner.
Are you?
Of that. Whatever you put out, whatever you put into that, yeah, if someone buys it off of you, no, they're buying the replica.
Okay, so you are talking for the perspective of the creator. Not the investor, not the collector. No. You're talking about the creator.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just what I do.
No. I'm not mad at you. I explained while you were upstairs relieving yourself. That's what I explained to the people. I said that he's arguing for this perspective and he's trying to make it work for you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just that, you know. So me personally, like I don't know yet if I would sit there and be in the position of then invest in something like, I mean, I guess the art, you know? Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know.
All right, I got you.
I don't know.
There was a situation back in the 90s where Eazy-E, he decided, yeah, I'm gonna call the White House real quick. I'm gonna call the White House, I'm gonna try to schedule an appointment. We going up there. We going to the White House. Me and my niggas, we going to the White House. All right? One magazine ran it. He did it. One magazine ran it, another magazine ran it, another magazine ran it. So that translated into publicity. And that is kind of where I am with the NFT shit right now, which is, at the very least, it translates into publicity. If you really want to make it absolutely practical, it translates into publicity. Like I just showed you the Fernando Tatis shit. The value that has, which is the shit that he's about to come out with, whatever he's talking about, whatever collectible he's about to put his name behind, the value of it right now, it lies in the anticipation of the publicity of it, you know? Like,
yeah. So I mean, when I'm thinking about being practical, if I'm a restaurant owner, I'm still going back to the example I used earlier, and then that's publicity already, because you already have. If you're one of the major players,
you're in vampire mode, huh?
If you're one of the major players, then you already have a PR team.
Yeah.
So if you already have a PR team, by
you're adding value to it.
Yeah, while you're doing that, while you're making that move, just like for what you said, you know, because now it's just like, so now I have all the people, the early adopters within NFT, they feel more in tune with me,
right,
and any of my concepts,
right.
So it's like, oh no, I feel comfortable going there because they're on the same thing that I'm on, you know, or they know, you know, like this is a space. This is that space.
Yes, it's a space. You can be a pioneer in the space. You can be a guru if you invest enough in this space.
But no, even
and that'll give you a whole lot of.
Even still not being a guru, but that perspective or that perception.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, wait. Like whether you do anything or not, but just that tagline for
that's what I mean. Like, it gives you the opportunity to be authoritative in this space.
Yeah.
And as time goes by and as the space grows, you, like you said, you were an early adopter. That is social currency, the absolute fucking meaning of it. So we're literally looking at you like, damn, you be on shit. Just like, you know
it's
how
like,
many
so
people,
you know, I want to come over. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go support that. I'm gonna go support that establishment because NFT.
You know how many people already believe in me based on my stance on crypto?
No, I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about you or
me.
Okay.
But I'm saying, you know how many people already believe in me based on my stance on crypto years ago?
No, I don't know.
Well, they do. I don't give a fuck if you see them. They're real. They are real.
No,
they do exist.
No, I thought you were about to sit there and just yo, man, it's a fleet of people out there.
No, but there's actually, I'm not going to say there's a fleet, but there's a certain number of individuals who have given me a certain amount of authority and they can call me and consult me and value my time and would pay for my time and think that I'm somebody based on my stance that I made years ago. And where I'm at based on that stance. I can show them and say, hey, this is how far I've come, but I don't necessarily have to because they know where my stance was years ago. They can actually look at me and go, shit, damn, if I would have listened to you years ago, I would be better off right now. So I'm going to try to listen to you for the future. Yeah. And that also is a lot of value, practical value that this provides.
Yeah.
Social currency is real.
Because you're saying social currency is the realist. That's what everybody's doing now. Indeed. But yeah, I mean, because it's
yeah, you can think about it
because it's gonna continue to grow unless it doesn't. You know, unless it's somebody that just
like I said, it could be a bubble.
That's just like, you know what, it's all bullshit. You know,
could be a bubble.
But everybody's excited about it. But the social currency and actually seeing the result, the execution of the growth. You know, that's something that you do show to all these people. It's just like, yo, you remember where I started? This is where I'm at. And that makes me feel like, damn, if I did that, you know. But that's the proof, you know. So I'm not even talking about the proof for what these establishments and what these individuals can do. You know, it's like, you don't need to show any proof. You don't need to show if it sold or if it didn't.
You really don't. All you have to do is be the first person that talked to them about it years ago.
I ain't be the first person.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, you could be one of the individuals who mentioned it years ago, and now every time they see it, they think about you and the other two motherfuckers that said something, and they're like, "Damn, I should listen." Or they're like, "Damn, this motherfucker's on it." They're like, "Damn, I need to go talk to this nigga because he's a psychic. He got the wave. He's a forecaster. He know the weather." You're like, whatever the case may be.
You're an authority.
Indeed.
You know, on it, just based off of the social currency aspect of it. You know, not the currency as in finances, but just you mentioning it. You as a bartender, you as a server, you as a restaurant owner, you as anybody that deals with the public. You
That's
know,
practical right there.
I
That's
know.
practical right there.
Yo, that's all I try to sit there and do. That's what this is for.
Yeah, it took you an hour to get there. It took you an hour to get there, but we got here. Hour and 15.
We talk about it a lot. I started off with
talking about for them though. For them.
No,
you started off trying to fucking describe it.
Yeah, because sitting there saying
This is clear now. This is clear now.
No, sitting there coming up with taking photographs of your cocktail, you know, or the cocktail that you did, a whole tutorial. Like I said it way earlier. I started off with it.
I mean, one of your guys.
Once we got into it.
Yeah, sure. One of your guys. One of your guys that.
Schmuck.
I don't have a schmuck. I'm schmuckless. One of your guys that wrote one of those books, right? Like, let's say name one of those guys that wrote a book. One of these recipe book guys from the 1900s, early 1900s. Name a guy. Name him. Say his name. Who is he? Name him.
Harry Johnson.
All right, Harry Johnson. So, Harry Johnson, that's pretty fucking sexy right there. That's a good name. That's a good, strong name. That nigga's a schmuck right there. Harry Johnson. All right, so anyway, this dude.
I was like, which one? Now I'm not going to go with the popular one.
No, you can't, because everybody knows it. Yeah, you got to get the arcane reference is what you need. So, Harry Johnson, right? Damn, I feel sexy saying it. Harry Johnson wrote a book with information that at the time, I'm sure a lot of people had. Mm-hmm. Right?
I don't know.
I don't know at the time. I don't know if he had the most. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was the best. I don't know if he went out of his way to gather it or whether it all came to him very simply, just through his lifestyle, just through where he was at, the places he was in. But Harry Johnson, I can't get over it. I'm such a child. Harry Johnson fucking put out something, created something that me and you can all look back on and we can credit him for.
Yeah.
As just a page in history. Like, damn, Harry, you did it.
That influential book.
Right. Damn, Harry, you did it. Now,
not that it's the top
do
seller.
I know that he was the best? No. Mm-hmm. Do I know that he had the most? No. Mm-hmm. Do I know that at the time people even gave a fuck about him? Because you look at Van Gogh. Van Gogh sold one painting while he was alive. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He's my favorite artist, and he sold one painting while he was alive. Mm-hmm. So he did not get a chance to appreciate how much he would be appreciated. Mm-hmm. But Harry Johnson decided, I want to do this, and now look at Harry. Now look at him.
No, I mean I can't.
I'm just saying. Now look at him. He's a guy that we can all run to, and we can all know like, damn, this motherfucker's ahead of the curve. Damn, he was putting chicken broth in drinks before anybody.
No.
No. You ain't got to do that though. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. We
My
get
black
it.
brother and his credit. Look.
We get it.
Yeah.
But with that said, that's kind of how this works, I think, a little bit. Which is, I guess just to go back on what I was saying before, this is an opportunity for you to own your own piece of history. Mm-hmm. And if you think or you're banking on that piece of history becoming substantial, more and more substantial, then that adds to the value of it and your legacy.
So it could be YouTube, right? It could be YouTube. Now, what I mean when I say it could be YouTube is that...
I know what you mean. You ain't got to explain this fucking shit. Go ahead, please.
I mean, at least for the people
who don't know what you mean.
Who don't know me. All right. So, YouTube, when it first came out, not many people were on it. Not many people knew how to do anything, you know?
I remember watching YouTube for the first time with Mark, and he was like, damn, we should have did this. We could have did this. I was like, I know, but we didn't.
Years, you know, just building up a portfolio.
It's like 06 or something.
You know, way back then, you know, just sitting there, just uploading journeys and all that stuff, you know, to be able to monetize off of it came later, right?
Yeah.
But then that still just comes down to like the subscribers that you had and all of the jazz, you know?
Yeah, but what's funny about it is, not to argue, but I could clearly see that probably wasn't even a focus in the beginning.
It wasn't.
It was just documentation. It was just like, let's just put this down on paper.
Yes. Exactly. So it's still all of that, right?
Yeah.
All of that. And then to see how much it has grown and how influential, how many people have become successful from it later down the line and who's moved on from it, It's just like, I saw it then, I were in the trenches,
Yeah.
way back when. So now I'm cool with, I still have my 20 billion followers, So I'm going to be cool regardless because I already got that, Whether they're coming back or not, they subscribed, that's there, that number is there, whatever, As opposed to coming in way later when people already put their likes and their subscribes into so many other people. They're just like, I'm not going to keep subscribing to things. Like, I can just sit there and just search.
They already got the algorithms.
The value of the subscribe has increased for the creators, but decreased to the consumers.
Indeed.
So I can see that happening this way, like right now would be.
And that's strictly because of market share. Like, that is literally because the value of the platform itself went up so high that the early adopters' value just skyrocketed as well with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could, just as a small example, you could have created the first show that talks about being the Monday show. We're the Monday show on YouTube. You got the first Monday show on YouTube.
Yep.
And now, because YouTube is YouTube, and you've been around, and they've been around, and they just, they took everything from CNBC, they took everything from CBS, they took everything from ABC as far as market share. Now, all that is, they're on your Monday show.
Yeah.
Because you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just so crazy.
On a Tuesday.
It's so crazy. Yeah, it's going up.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's so crazy how that works. So yeah. Shit. I don't know if I completely understand quite yet, but I feel like there's a giant elephant in the room, and we've successfully described the tusks and the tail and the ears.
I mean,
the
there's
rest of
so much. The body.
Yeah, dude.
The body.
The trunk, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying we're grasping at fucking straws right now.
I mean, but as time goes on, we'll understand more, and then maybe we'll bring it up, again, and be like, oh, wait.
I just hope that anybody listening to this got a clearer picture of the elephant. That's all. Hopefully they can see the whole elephant for what it is. Because I certainly cannot necessarily, and I won't claim that I can, but I can say I'm pretty sure I know what the ears are. I'm thinking these are ears. I'm grabbing them. They feel like ears to me.
Yeah, but that's coming from our already understanding of doing a little bit of research. Yeah. It's like, I kind of get the gist of it. All right, cool, because that's why I always, I do come in from the creative aspect. Like sitting there having this conversation with you, looking from the investors, aspect was just like, whoa, I was taken back. It was like, oh, snap. I didn't know what type of time you were going to be on.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be different than mine, but I didn't know it was going to be that. So for me, it was like all right, I'm just listening. I'm just listening because that's a perspective that,
Yeah.
I didn't think of, looking into.
Like, that Beeple shit sold for $59 million, right? Like that, I told you so.
Yeah.
To say, the Beeple shit sold for $59 million, right? So what if you hit up the owner of that and say, yo, you should split that into shares. Can I own some of that with you? Can I own some of that with you? Tell me that's not going to add to the value of it.
I mean, nah. Because he's still making more. He's making more off of something off the replicas that he sold. So yeah, I'm making more off of my replicas while I still retain ownership of the actual pieces themselves. So now that's kind of like
ridiculous.
That's kind of like a flip,
Me and E talked about this about 2 months ago. This is a different aspect of it, and I don't even know how much it relates, but me and E were talking about this like a couple months ago. I think this will make the elephant more clear though. We saw an opportunity where a dude was like, yeah, I'm going to get this Jordan jersey. I'm going to get this game-worn Jordan jersey. It's going to cost $45,000. you guys should go in on it with me. Like, to the public, you guys should go in on it with me. The more of us go in, the less we have to pay for it. And it's going to increase in value. I'm positive.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, you get 45 people to do it, it's $1,000 each.
Yeah.
You get 90 people to do it, it's $500 each. You get 180 people to do it, it's $250 each. Let's go. Let's run. Because the next day, it'll be even more. And then on top of that, since the fact that we all holding on to it, we give a fuck about it, everybody else will give a fuck about it too. Weird. I don't know if they're at this level yet. I don't know if they're at that level yet with NFTs, but I can see it going there.
Outside of the actual owner, you know, like they still own it and they still own the copyright and everything. Like the owner still.
No. This is a material item though. At the same time, so I dig you. There's a slight difference why this wasn't translating all the way, but no, we're talking about something that we all own a piece of, just like. You know, just like on Debo, like, yo, it's kind of like it's both of ours. I just keep it over at my crib.
Yeah, so the split on that, it's just like, all right, that's why what the Kings of Leon did, it's so interesting, just because they're selling CDs. They're selling. They just cut out. They just cut through a good portion of streaming by doing that. Because it's like, sell you the album, not just that.
You can come to the show.
Come to the show for the rest of
every
your
time
life.
we do any of these songs, you hear.
Not just any song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's so you're in the front, and we're setting the price at however much. If you're willing to pay this, we're good, you know? However old, whatever their ages are, you know, because the group could change.
Of course.
And the music can still go on, you know?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the different thing, man. That's material value. That's different. That's not the same as the Nyan Cat.
It's not the same. It's not the same. But this is a whole nother platform to do. It's still the same shit. Ultimately, it's just a different platform.
Is there a platform at all?
Yeah, we've been using currency. It's still the same.
I'm talking about for NFTs. Is there a platform? Is there one centralized platform where we can all just go and check the value of everything?
No.
Is there a StockX for fucking NFTs?
No.
Because if I want to if I find a pair of sneakers in the trash and I go look it up, I know there's a certain site that's going to let me know how much niggas demand it and how much they willing to pay for it.
And that's where it's going to go.
That's the next step.
Yeah.
You should create that website.
For them. No, because that's not
your thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I leave that for another creator. If you're the creator that's listening to this, boom.
Holla at us.
No. You don't even have to holler at us, because
No. Do you? Do better than us. But then after that,
make sure you
let us know, because we would love to know that we contributed to something great. That would make me want to live even more.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Is that from this?
No.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
Because I was drinking water and that shit all went away.
No.
All right. Yes, no.
No, that's from last time.
No, I don't think so, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's residual.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Let me see that shit, man. All right, well, I'm talked out. I'm ready to listen now.
Me too. I'm talked out too. I'm ready to wrap it up. All right. So, do you have any highlights that you want to do?
Yeah, I want to highlight Fernando Tatis Jr., young superstar in the making. He got a bunch of money and was like, nah, I still want to make a bunch of money. And I respect that.
Case.
I respect that. He injured his shoulder, I think it was, the other day in spring training. And they were like, damn, he might fuck around and be out for half a season. And he came back 2 weeks. He came back after 2 weeks. Why? Because he loves what he does and he wants to keep doing it. and I respect that. I don't necessarily. I'm not in the game of pressuring people to do things that aren't good for them, and I'm certainly not in the game of compromising one's future or leveraging one's future for one's present. Certainly not in that game. But I am in the game of perseverance, endurance, and realizing, okay, you know what? Maybe I can't give it my 100, but I come back with my 90, and we see what happened. I fucks with that. So shout out Fernando Tatis Jr.
It's like my 90 is pretty good.
My 90's still better than 90% of these niggas.
For real.
So yeah, shout out Fernando Tatis Jr.
All right, so I'm gonna give a shout out to Zachary Harris. Maybe you guys know him as Zachary Marcus, but so he's a Black-owned importer here in Philadelphia. We're drinking the expression of a Pinot Noir sparkling that's within his portfolio of Igavina. Has a lot of good stuff. Man, his story is pretty interesting. Hopefully you guys get to hear it someday. But I can only just imagine, cause it's already hard or challenging to navigate within the wine world as a Black person. But to be an importer as a Black person is pretty. I can just imagine all the challenges to sit there and just go through all these different rooms and have these different conversations where it's probably a bunch of people saying no, and you don't have money just based off of how you look and all this kind of stuff, you know? So, yeah, so anyway, shout out to my guy, Zach. Thank you. I love all the wine so far that I have had. And I'm glad we're finally able to go through this sparkling. So, cheers to you. Cheers to us.
Cheers to the future and owning a piece of history. That's what we all here for the most part.
That is history. So you can actually get in on the NFT with your portfolio. But yeah, so thank you once again for tuning in to That's 86 podcast. I'm Bryant and Theo, also known as BryGuy, and this is Theo. Theo, also known as Fuck Theo. Always go to the website, www.thats86.com.
Fuck Theo hats coming out soon.
Yeah, so that's good. NFTs.
Nuts.
All right, bye.
Non-fungible tokens.